Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are pleased to welcome to the interview room our 2015 Masters champion, Jordan Spieth. Jordan, thanks for joining us.
Happy to be here.
You have a very impressive Masters resume with 5 top 3 finishes in your first 9 appearances. There's only one player that has matched that record, and it's Arnold Palmer. What is it about playing at the Masters, at the Augusta National, that brings out the best in you?
Well, it was my favorite tournament growing up, so qualifying to get here was always a lifelong goal of mine. And I really fell in love with the game because of this tournament. Back to Tiger's chip in, to Phil's first win. You know, these were kind of heroic moments when I was at an age where I was playing some other sports and loving golf, and it kind of inspired me to really take up the game and, you know, see what kind of moments you can create, because the ball's always in your hands, and few things are as electric as those kind of moments that they had in sports, and I wanted to create my own. And so from the moment I got here, I was already very excited, and I wanted to learn it and fall in love with it, and just a lot of positivity. Didn't know what to expect, and got off to a really nice start my first year, and then tried to carry it on every year. So yeah, I mean, 10th appearance now feels crazy, and you know, I hopefully can match, you know, some of those greats that have played in however many over the years. You know, I don't even know what the record is. Maybe Mr. Player would probably be up there, but you guys would probably know. But it'd be pretty special. But at the same time, when you get that many opportunities at a young age and you feel good about your chances here, you know, I want to win it again. So that's the goal, and was able to get a round in yesterday with my brother, which was really fun, and then get to work today.
With that, we'll open it up to questions.
Jordan, he just mentioned your record here. You also have a great record at the Open Championship. And I'm wondering, can you kind of explain the difference in instinct and intuition that you use here as opposed to there?
I don't think there's a lot. I wouldn't even say opposed. I mean, there's a lot of similarities. There, it's more the conditions outside that force you to play a certain way, in a feel kind of way, and have to work a lot of different shots. And here, the slopes that you're playing off of. You have 18 flat shots, and that's it here. And the rest of them are pretty significantly different. And those are just the 18 tee shots that you hit. So you're kind of forced to play flights and shots versus being just a technical, you know, straight line, straight ball flight. Those are really, you know, it's just the tee balls that are like that. The rest of your approach shots, which is really what this golf course is about, is greens and regulation and a second shot golf course along with speed control. I feel like that's a good strength of my game when I'm kind of forced into seeing a certain shot and I get to fight it off a hill or ride a hill, or and at the Open Championship, if you're, you know, holding it against a breeze or trying to play a shot really low, just kind of getting into that field part of the athleticism of the game. I love, they're my 2 favorite tournaments. They always have been, and there's actually a lot of similarities forced by different things in the way that they play. Speed control you can't pick 2 different style of greens as far as the speed of them, but you have a lot of undulating putts where speed control becomes very important between an Open Championship and the Masters, and you just can't stress enough how nice it is if you can, you know, lag it to inside 3 feet here, because your 5-6 footers are harder here than they are just about anywhere else with how much break you have to play on them.
Ann?
Hi, Jordan. How you doing? So what have you learned the most about yourself in all your experiences here, the ups, the downs, in handling all that?
I think I've learned that it's a game, and it's a game, and I've approached the highs and the lows as life or death at different scenarios, and it's just not the case. I'm 10 years in and have had a lot of different experiences here, and I can say that I look back, I learned a lot from winning, I learned a lot from losing. I feel better perspective now than ever, and hopefully that continues to grow. But ultimately, you know, our sport doesn't get heightened more than it does this week. There's not as much, this is the highest viewed, you know, golf tournament in the world, and, you know, I like to always call it our Super Bowl, but at the same time, that's still a game too. So just thinking of it that way kind of brings everything in a little bit, and, you know, allows you to kind of free up and look at each week as its own independent week. So this, I can't draw off of a shot I hit a certain time 5 years ago in this event because it's a different shot, and I'm a different player, and I feel good about the form I'm in. Hopefully we get a firmer, faster Augusta. I like it that way. I've played better when it is that way. It doesn't look like it's going to be that way, but you know, if it forces a lot more kind of wedges into the par fives and some angles because of the cooler temperatures and the moisture on the ground, then I can certainly look at that as advantageous to me too. I mean, I'm just going to spin it positively however I can.
Alex?
Jordan, when you left here in